Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you Game 2 in a series between Goody and Diestar. Game 2 taking place here on Shakura's Plateau. Even though it feels like I may have cast this game, or the first game I checked, I don't see any Goody versus Diestar games on my channel. So it may just be a sense of deja vu. After casting a couple thousand games of StarCraft, the games do start to merge and blend together. Goody spawning as the purple Terran player here on the bottom left-hand side of the map at what I'll call the 7 o'clock position. Meanwhile, Diestar spawning as the pink Terran player here on the bottom right-hand side of the map. Terran versus Terran once more. We'll see whether or not this close by air spawns will play a difference in this particular matchup. Also, another thing that I wanted to ask you guys is, can you guys hear the game sounds in the game a little bit more? I tried to up the game sounds for the recording purposes, and then I'm currently not listening to the actual game sounds so that you guys can hear it. So I lose a little bit of the immersion, but hopefully you guys can enjoy it just a little bit more. SCVs are now mining away. It looks like we are going to be going into a pretty standard opening coming in from both of these players. Barracks being placed down. Goody with a slight advantage over Diestar right now, as we are now going to see perhaps a refinery being coming in from both Goody and Diestar. So both players opting to go for that tech route here, as Shakura's Plateau, a little bit of a smaller map, and because of the way the map is situated, much easier to find out where your opponent is. As opposed to trying to scout out 3 locations, you only need to scout out 2, and by scouting out 2, you seem to come across your opponent that much faster. SCVs are going to pass each other there, as an SCV now makes his way inside the base. He is going to get a good look around, and I like the timing on Goody's SCV. Goody's SCV is early enough so that if he does try to take a look around here, he can pretty much see everything he needs to see, and then he can still run away with this SCV. Meanwhile, Goody opting to go for what looks to be a Reaper expansion. So an early tech lab. No, a Marauder expansion? That doesn't make any sense. So a Marauder now being trained finally, and we'll see who comes out ahead. A Marine is going to be holding that ramp right there, and both sides pretty much know what the other player is doing with minimal knowledge. It looks like Diestar opted to go for a tech lab after his Marine, which is what I would have normally thought that Goody would have done. Goody currently is supply blocked, as he is now training up an SCV and a Reaper after getting that supply depot there. So it was a Marauder into a Reaper, which is not a normal opening by any means. Marauder now going to make his way into the center. He's not going to have concussive shells. The Marine's like, you know what? I need to get out of here. I can't stand up to that very, very beefy Marauder. The Marauder now trying to chase over, and there is going to be another Marauder joining Diestar. The Reaper, however, may get a free run into the base if he is very careful, as the Marauder is going to try to engage over here. This is not good news. The Marines and the Marauders are now pulling back once more. An SCV not going to be able to do much, but this Reaper is just going to run inside this base, and every 3 shots get a bounty. So in comes Goody. There is a Marauder already. Oh, the Marauder accidentally gets overexcited, shoots one of his brothers, and now the Marauder is just going to sit up over here. So Diestar very much aware of what his opponent Goody is going to try to do, as Goody now transitions into a factory play from Goody. We are getting double gas, a starport now being added already by Goody, and the starport, this starport may actually train up the Banshee even more quickly, just because the starport doesn't have to do that swap early on. You can take a look at the gas of Goody. Goody should be in the realm of being able to train up the Banshee and get cloaking at about the same time, as we now see a command center come into play. We'll see if Diestar has learned his lesson from game 1, only getting 1 missile turret, where I really feel that most Terran players need to get 2 missile turrets now. 1 in each location, or 1 at each corner, like here and here, perhaps here and here. That way, any fancy flying, they have to be really, really careful, as the missile turret does have a range of 7. We are going to see the Banshee already being trained, cloaking already begun, as Marines and Marauders are now here. The benefit for Diestar is that he does have double orbital commands. As long as he doesn't call down too many mules, he should be fine in dealing or excuse me, in scouting out and handling this Banshee harassment. It's going to be about another 20 seconds till the Banshees are done, and then about another 40 seconds until or 30 seconds until the Banshees make their way in to actually fight. That should be enough time for the Orbital Command to have some energy. The Marines already in preparation for something. The commander-in-chief knows that something is wrong. An attack is going to be happening soon, as a starport and most likely a reactor going down for Diestar. Banshee now on the way. This Banshee needs to get kills. It needs to get somewhere in the realm of how many kills does it need? It needs to get somewhere in the realm of about 6 kills for it to really be worth it. And now in it comes. So there's one shot, and there's one SCV. There's a second SCV already, as the Banshee now running away already. Is it going to get enough kills? Getting a free SCV down over here as the Marines are trying to go and battle it out, and now Marines are getting taken down. So Marines getting taken down here as SCVs are getting destroyed. The Marines look like they will be coming in, trying to get underneath. There's the scanner sweep, but the Marines do not have stim and are unable to get over there in time. Another Marine getting killed as the Banshee already up to 9 kills, and now the Banshee just going after those units there. Another Marine gonna get taken down, and there is the GG by Diestar. So Diestar not learning his lesson in game 1, losing to a pretty effective Banshee harassment. Now, Diestar, if he had perhaps not used his scanner sweep nearly as much, or perhaps gotten that missile turret as well, that would have really helped out. Most Terran players do know that sometime around the 7-minute mark, Banshees do come into play and are a big headache. But because of the lack of scouting, just unable to properly respond, and there is the GG. I still think that Diestar could have perhaps come back into the come back into this game. He didn't train up a Viking though, even though he had the starport and reactor for quite some time. So a little bit of a mistake there all the way around. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game 2 in this series.